Hello friends, Zordy here with more of our CK2 on English Neck, a Norman Yoke playthrough. It's time for adventurers and pretenders to press their claim against our English king. His armies, however, should be no match against the loyal allies, namely the French king marching north to dispose of them. Perhaps these claimants have something right though, for this king has become what we might call a double tyrant, capriciously imprisoning and seizing lands from his vassals, and all those vassals are in fact quite displeased. I noticed right away, though, that some of the vassals who are displeased are also in prison. I'm guessing some of these have acted disloyally towards us. So, yeah, happily, Duke Rurid here, we can take his duchy without upsetting the other vassals. I'll go ahead and do that. He's now a mere count. Could take that land also. Yeah. I'll take another one of the counties from him. Do that. And I don't think we can take the last one, unfortunately. I think we're stuck with letting him keep one of the titles for himself. So he's going to remain a count. And with that, I'll probably go ahead and free him. Now he'll be under some other duke, and that other duke should keep him in line, hopefully. But look, we're so merciful. Improving opinion. That improvement in opinion is not going to help at all because, as I said, we are a double tyrant, revoking vassal titles, revoking his titles, and also being excommunicated. Oh, it's an absolute disaster is what it is. All right, head on to Count Herlin here. Herlin, you act unkindly also. You did not, so he is allowed to keep his counties. Who is the duke he's under? He's directly under us, so he might rise up against us. We'll keep him in prison for right now. Next one down is Duke Edward here. Duke Edward acted traitorously as a treacherous person, so give me the Duchy of Kent, and give me your County of Kent also. No, again, I'm not allowed to take two, so I think it's one stolen title, one reclaimed title, we'll call it, in exchange for every act of tyranny that's been made. So I get to keep those ones now, and then at this point, I think that's everyone in prison. All right. I'm going to give away the new duchies I've taken. We have two extra now, two more than we should have. We have Duchy of Normandy, Duchy of Bedford, Duchy of Gwynedd, and Duchy of Kent. I'm going to keep Normandy, of course, as our starting place. Bedford, though, I don't think I need necessarily. Now, Middlesex, I want to keep for myself my capital. Northampton here, Count Oscatel, are you been loyal? Well, you hate me, but you know what? We're merciful. We're a good guy. I'm actually, I think, ruling right now only by force of will alone and the recognition that if we were to ever lose our manpower, lose our armies that are standing, we will end up with many revolts. But I think the faction against us are not so bad right now. Let's see. Factions against us, there are many, but they are all fairly weak, except for increased council power. So we'll see what happens with that eventually. Maybe the French will save us again. We'll see. All right, one more duchy to get rid of. The other one to get rid of is... so Normandy, Gwynedd, or Kent. Kent is this one, right next door to Middlesex. Kind of want to keep that. Seems a nicely well-developed area. The other one is in Gwynedd, which I think is here. Is that right? No. A little bit off. Up this way, maybe? So let's go to our king and go to Gwynedd, and it's that, actually. Alright, so which of the dukes here? You like me? Gosh, you hate me. You hate me less than other people? You want the Duchy of Gwynedd, you get the Duchy again. Gwynedd, congratulations. Don't break off. I should actually probably be looking to see if the, people I'm giving land to are part of factions against me already, because it might be strengthening factions, but it's how it goes. Okay, we also have one too many counties right now. What is the worst county we have? I think it's that. Yeah, it's a little island. Let's go ahead and give that to this duke. He is on the way to liking us. If we give him a county also, I'm sure it'll be totally cool. So it's the County of Anglesey. And all our titles, cool. With that, he almost actually likes us. Hey, he does like us. We have one happy vassal in the mighty sea of displeasure. Mighty sea. There we go. We have two happy, two friendly vassals, but not much else going on. I would not be surprised if we have some major war at some point. Alright, I want to go and free all of the imprisoned vassals now. That's no title. Free from prison. Mercy, hooray. Mercy, hooray. We could take money from these people to free them, but I think I want to go ahead and just get the happy vassal points instead, if possible. I think with that, our prison is now empty of any people with titles. Is that correct? Actually, a duchess. 10 money, sure. Read the duchess there, and Tamir down here's worth money also. Duke's daughter, possibly. Cool. All right, I think that's all fixed. Hopefully now our vassals are feeling a little bit better. Now we have more happy vassals, but just like that, a dangerous faction arises. It's over 80%. Who is leading it? The Duke of Brittany. Alright, so I'm allowed to imprison him for leading a plot, correct? No, it's tyrannical, actually. So I'm not leading a plot against us. Counts as a tyrannical way of being. Also, strange graphics bug here. The vassal tree is not updating. It's showing people still in prison who just aren't in prison. But as we see, the French are happily beating the dickens out of the pretenders against us. We'll send our army in to help out with that. Should be fine. And I have been spending some of my money off-stream, actually, upgrading the various holdings we have. Primarily trying to get more heavy troops and larger levy size in general. But that war went well enough. The Pretender's army is shattered and running away, but not actually defeated. So, keep on chasing them down. They're moving into France, looks like, so we'll head that way. I should probably let the French king lead the way, actually, since I have no commanders here right now, and also appoint some commanders, I think. So, who are the current commanders? We've inherited a barony. We'll definitely give that away right away. They don't need to be over our domain size. We have 3 more commanders. You're an 18. You're a duke who hates me. Alright, the Duke of Gwynedd likes us, actually, so he definitely gets to be a commander. You hate me, but I'm sure you can fight well for us anyway. That'll be fine. Alright, so the middle leader here is going to be Lightfoot leader. Sure. Sure. That seems fine. Okay. French are all coming north here. That's fine. The other war we're in right now is way out east. It is our beloved brother-in-law or something, King of Vladimir. He's definitely going to lose. We're not going to help him. He's going to lose his territory. It's very, very sad, but we'll see how that goes for him at some point here. Alright, need to give away this domain, so barony I don't actually want anymore, so we'll go to the barony page, right-click, and create new vassal. There we go. Looking good. Yeah, the French are now... they're actually not chasing yet. I wonder if the AI doesn't try to chase down shattered retreating forces until they actually declare themselves no longer moving. But I'm curious where Matslav's host is going. I've been making a landing on the mainland. But yeah, they land on the mainland. We have our army here for this purpose also. Get a couple more generals in there. You and you. Sounds good. They're sieging my capital. Alright, so we'll take a water crossing here. We have about 1,500 more troops than they do, so should win just fine. They're landing more people again. This is the one problem with having a, we'll call it a split. Wow, suddenly we really lost a lot of troops there. We end up winning, that's good, but the problem is what we'll call a split empire, split kingdom, is we don't have our allies able to protect us on this side of things. That's pretty bad. A son was born to Prince Hugh. Prince Hugh is our brother who rightfully hates us, and who wants to be on the throne very, very much. Was trying to assassinate our son earlier, but yeah, that's interesting. So our king has a line of heirs going, and our pretender brother has a line of heirs going also. Prince Hugh and Miss Lysandre de Putois, a French name, I think. Our nephew is Average Kid. Welcome aboard, nephew Giffard. See ya. I noticed my son is in hiding right now. I wonder if we still have a plot against him. He went into hiding because someone was planning to off him. If we look now, I don't see our heir as a target of plots, so we must talk Hugh out of it. We'll bring our son back out of hiding, and probably get him married off pretty quick here. I know we have a marriage right now with the heir to the throne of France, so we'll maintain our French alliance longer. We have other alliances we want in the Holy Roman Empire, including to the Emperor. But I think what we're going to do, as I often do, is take our prince and give him a stats queen or a genius queen. Someone to help him with his absolutely terrible diplomacy. I mean, I know he's 8 years old, he's a very shy little kid, not too interested in meeting other people, but his father has 0 diplomacy. I'd like to have a son with some better diplomacy if we can, but it's for women of our religion, ideally, who are unmarried, and who are geniuses, please. Any genius babies out there? Wow, lots of geniuses out there. Whole bunch of them. So it looks like I'm 8 years old. right at the top here, a Hungarian, let's say princess, but Hungarian courtier is a genius. Already is an 8 and a 6. Can we get lucky for someone even better? Let's look at ages in general. So, looking at all the youth of the world, I mean, marrying 8-year-olds together could be good. A 12-year-old is already a 10 and 8 in the important categories for us. A good military also. Don't see anyone who has multiple positive traits atop a genius, so I think this 12-year-old as 8-year-old I think would be good. I think that the militarism of the 8-year-old intrigues me, as our personal militarism on the heir is only 2, so come on down. We're gonna, as usual, destroy our kids' prestige, but that's fine. For the sake of the dynasty, bad prestige is a-okay. Alright, and now are our other children married off? One's betrothed to the French heir, and our last son is unmarried right now. Prince Pharamond, I probably want to leave unmarried for the time being, or maybe marry him off to a genius also, because he's quick. I don't know if you can have a person with quick and genius. Possibly get both of those traits inherited by one individual. It'd be amazing if so. So, actually, I was going to say, instead of unmarrying him, let's give him a good wife also. Find a genius for our second son. That 8-year-old we didn't take would be lovely too. So, betroth this as well to our second boy. It's great. And now we have all the genius babies in our dynasty. Once again, we're able to issue a declaration of repentance, apologizing and trying to get rid of excommunication. We're waiting until we have 500 money to do that, though. I think 500 is the amount that's usually asked for that. Okay, I'm noticing that the Pretender army continues to rise against us. We have more troops than them by a little bit. I should probably get even more troops. So I haven't raised the vassal army yet. I don't think we actually need it for this. I think we'll win without, because there is no river crossing between Yoredale and Westmoreland. It can be simple land. This should be fine, I think. Our troops are heavily on the heavy side. Their troops are also heavy on the heavy side, but hopefully we have the better commanders. Let's see what we got. Bring that war up. And yeah, they have very lacking commanders. Ours is a well-trained military force. We're going to report to the Regis regarding our Marshal Ricardo. Ricardo has been using his soldiers to extort money from our peasants in our old capital. So we should probably go ahead and seize his title. He's a random courtier, so he does not have an army to object to being kicked out of office. He could be a commander also. Yeah, we should probably use him as a commander, as he's an inspiring leader. That'd be good to have him on the battlefield. We forfeit your office. So we get ourselves a new marshal. I probably am going to hire someone from far, far away from this. Yeah, because everyone in our world despises us. I'm sure if we hire someone from far away, they'll absolutely be on board. So we're looking for a man, again, of our religion. Doesn't matter if married. Doesn't matter if anything else. But they'd be in Diplo range, ideally. And best marshal possible. This person doesn't much care for us. The 28 in military. If we give him some money, he will join, though. So let's send him a little gift. 15 gold sounds good. And then bring him to our court. It would be a lovely marshal. Orson the Bear. Now, with a name like that, you can put that on your CV. You can say, I am the Bear. Pretty much anyone's going to hire you for that, I suspect. Welcome aboard, Orson. You're already 60 and you're unmarried, and you're a genius. Man, that's great. I have some deep, deep hope here that he will stay alive for a little while. And because of that last pop-up event, we have a high revolt chance in Rowan now. We also have a high revolt chance over in Ceredigion. Ceredigion? I don't know how to say that, but there's high revolt also. Actually higher there, so yeah. I was going to say I wanted to deal with a high revolt chance first, but my sense is that a uprising here would be more damaging because it's across the way from my my main army, though we have the French, of course, to help us, but we'll see what happens here. So I want to stop revolts there. And our Chancellor is still doing statecraft. We want that basically forever right now because our vassals hate us, as I've said a few times. So, alright, this should end the adventurer attack. Yeah, 100% war score, actually. So, adventurer fight is done. Let's say goodbye to him. and now we are out of any wars directly on our territory. The only war that remains out in the east, and we're going to ignore that because we are a bad, bad ally. Thank you to the French again for bailing us out in these desperate times. I appreciate it. And we should put away any of our armies that are not retinue. So, no retinue disbanded. Great. So, character action. Apparently, William is the target of an assassination again. I suspect he's going to assassinate at some point. Wow, we have a bunch of righteous imprisonments we could do. What are they for? Evidence the leader of a plot. Yeah, so there are plots occurring right now. We're trying to auto-stop plots, of course, but there are plots galore occurring. Some which have targets of us, I'm guessing. Unfortunately, you can't scroll down in the plots tree. Can't do that at all. What are the factions against us now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Overthrow the king is one of them. And I got a whole bunch of cranky dukes. I suspect this is the plot that's allowing us to imprison people. Well, overthrow the king. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, we are a double tyrant. We are surely deserving of nothing but contempt from everyone in the world. We have a adventurer coming from the north in just a bit here. So I think what we want to do... retinue is just so small right now. What we want to do is I don't want to ignore this faction. They're all negative 100. Can't really fix any of those. You, the leader. Can you, in principle, be imprisoned for this? It's tyrannical. Okay, apparently overthrowing the king is not a disloyal activity. If I change my focus to intrigue, what would our chances be of assassinating him? So his personal intrigue scores only 1. His wife is much better, though, and his counsel is very good also. Our personal intrigue score is a 5, with 22 in total for our state. But if I were to move my my spy master up to his court, and I'm curious how good we can get the assassination chance to be, but there's definitely a way to make the vassals happy, is killing one of them. Okay, the plot power right now is only 29.5, so I think because everyone hates us, we're not going to have a good chance at stabbing him down. Yeah, possible plot power of 29.5. We can maybe bribe a bunch of people to... get some assassins going, but I don't think it's be nearly enough. We can imprison you righteously, apparently. We can't. Who is righteously imprisonable? Arnulf is. He's dead. This count is imprisonable. Leader of plot. I don't know what it is, though. I'm not gonna bother right now. I think we'll be okay leaving people running free against us. As we're building more of our territory. Also, over 500 money now. Let's see what the Pope wants. Last 2 times the Pope has wanted us to embrace Gavelkind to get unexcommunicated. Let's say recommunicated, I suppose. And I really want no part of that at all. Son of a gun. Yep, once again, he wants Gavelkind. So it might be the case the Pope is just locked in on Gavelkind's succession as they'll only be recommunicated. Happily, excommunication is not hereditary. So when this king dies, his son will be a good Catholic king once more. I'm curious what it would take to re-establish primogeniture if we had to give it up. So we're in despotic kingdom right now. We're a despot through and through. Primogeniture, I guess we can't see what we would need. I know I've established on prior playthroughs, but I'm not learning the rules right now other than at peace for 10 years, and I think it requires all vassals to like you. Surely we can make that happen. Surely we get the vassals to like us lickety-split. So, no. We're going to go ahead and say no to the Pope, checking in a few years, but now we don't need this pile of cash, so let's continue improving our personal holdings with knowledge that our vassals are likely to rise against us at some point in the next few minutes here. If they don't, that'd be cool. If they do, be less than cool, but we'll see. I want to particularly improve the holdings that are on the island right now. Though everything already being improved, we can also improve our remaining territory in France. I shouldn't call it France, right? It's not France. It's clearly just England. It's all England here. This is New England. It's Proto-England. Over here is someday England. Eventually England, sooner or later England. Watch out, here comes England. That's how we think about these things. Alright, the boy can be out of hiding. I guess the plot's over. Did he lose his betrothal? When you go to hiding, do you lose betrothal? Or did that lead to something strange happen? Did your brother lose his betrothal? He didn't. Yeah, maybe going into hiding caused you to lose betrothal, or maybe his beloved, not beloved. Let's not be unrealistic here. His promised for the sake of stats may have died. Let's see what we can do though. So, don't need me in diplo range for marriage purposes. Apparently, for marriage, we'll go the extra mile. Looking for geniuses who are nice and young. Yeah, the 9-year-old. This is the same one as before. Is she still alive? Break betrothal. Wait. Was the 9-year-old? Maybe the 9-year-old was the one who we married to the brother. So the 13-year-old is still alive. Yeah, maybe going to hiding cause you to lose your betrothals. I wish you had a pop-up about that. It says, look, you're losing important things. As reigning king, I really have spare time, but my little girl Giselle, there we go, move heaven and earth. Oh, we love our daughter. Hooray, friendship. Alright, and betrothal's back on again. I'm glad that no one else grabbed her while we were busily being unbetrothed, but that's good. Keep them finished in our home. Improve Westminster some more. We can't. Too impoverished right now. That's fine, though. And I probably start saving up money for the sake of mercenaries when we get our factions to rise. What's happening out here in Ireland? We've been trying to expand this way a little bit. Oh, there we go. Alpin of Prince Alpin's hosts have declared a claim on Wales. Alright, so this is the second pretender. It's the one that we knew was coming. There it is. And I want to have my allies help here. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I appreciate, like, they're calling in the King of Vladimir, even though we know full well that Vladimir's got his own problems. He's still fighting this forever war. I'll be amazed if the AI comes and helps me, but I appreciate them trying to do so. And I believe we learned earlier that Alpin was set in Scotland, so I wonder if it'll march straight down that way. Once again, we raise our personal armies across the world, fight some boats, bring these troops north as well. Let's get everyone together in Oxford, seems good. We'll hang out at the university there, and I'm going to try to hold off on raising my my vassal armies. Again, in a feudal system, if you raise your vassals' armies, the vassals get very, 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 very cranky. Though I wonder if with their armies raised from me, if they can use their armies to revolt. I don't know how that works, actually. I'm not sure. Our wife is pregnant once more. Frabjous Day, Kalu Kale. Everyone's joining, and we'll have to see how this war goes in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.